Kasama sono medyo tenstato bagay aran store top чинь за энэ удаагийн дугаар шат үйлдвэрлэж байгаа. Тэгээд одоо sin ажирлын Yoshida Masako Yoshida тийм энэ дугаар маань анхны 40 дугаар үзсэн. Тэгээд өнөөдөр олон улсын projekтийг хэрэгжүүлэхийн замнал бодоод хийсэн хичээлүүдийн талаар дэлгэрэнгүй уулзахаар билээ. Before our invitation to Masako, what's the first impression after you landed 20 years after visiting Mongolia again?
Yeah, so 20 years ago, they're comparing to 20 years ago. Yes, there are many buildings.
Many views.
Many buildings.
Many
Big buildings, right? I was really, really surprised about the many concepts of the building. It's tall. Many tall, the big buildings there. Okay, this is number one. And number two is, I think my impression, yeah, is that now how do you say we can buy a lot of things. For example, that fruits. The 20 years ago, it's very hard to buy the fruits. The orange, the fruits from the outside, right? The foreign fruits, right? For example, and then we can find easy to find the mac, right? Those kind of things. Anyway, we can find the things easily, right? This is my first impression. Then, as a city is already developed, right? Developed like Tokyo, the place in Bangkok, and then for me, the 20 years in Mongolia, yes, I like it. I really, really like it. And I like it, but now it's anyway. It's really, really developed.
Oh,
Yeah, this is my impression. Yeah, I was really surprised.
so glad that you see information about how it evolved. And thank you, Mr. Masako. And it's been 20 years, Mr. Masako. I've been playing tennis for maybe more than 10 years. Mongolian tennis community know you as well. And tell us about your last 20 years of career of coaching and also the coaching experience on Japan and USA. I heard you have received a certification from the USTA. Tell us about it.
Oh yeah, so I have a lot of the certification. For example, the USPDA, United States, the Professional Tennis Association, and then Japan Professional Tennis Association, and then also Japan Tennis Association for the national coach. It's a certification for the coaching national coach. Yes, I already did it. But why do I take those kinds of certification? It's I'm a coach, but I'm not a good player. I cannot play well. So I'm not like a local player, the top players. So that's why, in order to teach the people, so I have to show them the testimony.
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 Excellent.
So on the whole of my testimony as a coach is very easy to get the certification, right? And the certification we have a lot of the grades. For example, certificate will change, but from the bottom, the professional 3, and then in the middle, professional 2, and top is professional 1. Okay, and then in order to get the professional 1, it's very tough. What is tough is we have to. The lesson is always planned. It should be planned. Yes, and then it's a bit logical, right? So by 20 years old, my coaching career, I try to be logical, right? So in order to explain to them easily, and then in order to include them easily, right? So my coaching journey is okay. I wanted to show. I have wanted to show the testimony how I can teach them, what I can teach them as a coach. This is my journey. This is my long journey. Really that's something.
In 20 years, did you have any famous athletes that you coached?
Famous athlete. So the Japanese players. But
Um,
not. Yeah. Anyway, I didn't touch a good player. The top good player. I will never do it because I oh, sorry. What I say is that I'm teaching for the developing players.
Develop.
Not developing players. So even my coaching career. So some players I know that, but I'm not. I don't have any experience in the coaching, but really top players. But we can see about my career the European coach.
Oh, you developed.
European coach for the juniors and for the adults.
What's the difference between the American tennis culture and Japanese tennis? I think I've been watching tennis for maybe like less than 15 years. And American tennis is a little bit different, and Asian tennis is a little bit different. What's the difference? And is it different for audience or players, or what's the adequate technique or
Oh, the tennis culture, right?
tennis
Oh,
culture?
tennis culture. Okay, I think that in Japan and in Asia, it's going to follow the American style, right? United States, right? So our culture is going to approach to the United States. It's very, very approachable. I think it's not a big difference. Not a big difference. But what I'm thinking is, okay, between in the United States, many players try to play the game. This is my idea. But the idea, and especially in Japan, they want to learn things, right? And then they study tennis or playing tennis really be different.
Is it different?
Of course, I'm not 100%, but and then my idea, the the people in the United States, they like to play the game.
They like tennis.
And then the Asian, especially Japan, they like to learn Japan, learn tennis, okay, learn tennis, right? But it's also changing because of the internet. I think so. A lot of information is coming. So in Japanese people also, they are going to play. They are going to enjoy as a game. Right? It's really changing. Yes.
The next question is, what's the benefits for tennis? I think tennis is for good for mental health. Sometimes it's good for the care. And what do you recommend for athletes or trainers for playing tennis? For
Oh yeah. So for adult, right? For example,
adults.
yes, for adult,
Not for athletes.
intermediate. Okay, this is number one. It's we have to try to challenge. The spiritual challenge is very important for the health, mental health, right?
Mental health.
Yes, even they're playing good or not, it doesn't matter. Then spiritual challenge is very important for the mental health. This is number one. This is number one. And number two, it's the community we can get. Right? The many people we can see. Right? And then, for example, one player coming to the one club, the one group lessons. Okay, just first, and then they might be alone, right? The first time coming, but the society is going to expand,
Expand.
right? And then meet the friends, and then meet the society, meet the group, right? And this is for the society, the groups. Then number three is okay. So many people have, of course, everybody has a job, right?
Have you heard of
Everybody
that?
has a job,
Yeah.
right? And then by
That's
the
why I'm
time,
going to ask.
yeah, I don't know. And everybody has a job. Right? Okay, for example, IT, for example, construction. I don't know. It depends, right? For the food industry, a lot of job, right? But I think in the tennis, in the sports, other industry, anyway, we can learn. We can learn something by the small thing. For example, and preparation is very important for the tennis. Right? Preparation and the response is very important for the tennis. Right? Okay, so I think the whole industry needs a preparation. All industry needs a response. Okay, and then all industry needs the instinct. Okay, and not only by logic. Right? Yeah. Of course, the logic is very important. But those kinds of the sense we can get by learning the technique, okay, and then playing the game by the good tactic, right? And those kind of things we can learn. So then the tennis is going to be a good influence for the job, good job for their own job. I think. So I think this is the this is the another. This is sorry. This is a very important reason why they have to play tennis or why they have to play sports. I think this is my idea.
For instance, for me, uh, I played tennis years ago,
It's just a little, yeah.
and it helped my work performances the result was really good, and also the mental health was really good. And I agree with you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, the consistency is the key of things, I think.
Yeah, very important. Yes, it depends on the people. So your idea, the consistency is very important. Right? So in order to get the consistency, there are a lot of the aspects, right? Physical aspects, technical aspects, and mental aspects. Okay, and then we can see we can expand the knowledge, even for the purpose of it, just consistency. But the consistency to have a lot of the components, right? Even like this, and then we can figure about it. So I think that's the reason why we have to put it in.
Thank you. The next question is about the young adults in Mongolia started for to receive a scholarship from Western universities. What's your advice to that young adult?
Yes.
What should be? What's the requirements of other schools, maybe like Asian schools or American schools scholarship?
Yes.
And please talk about the opportunity for. Is it possible to paying NCAA
Okay. My experience also. Sorry, my experience. And I have a lot of students who go to the states as a scholarship, tennis scholarship, right? Okay. What is important? Most important is they have to play well. They have to play well. And what do they have to play well? They have to get the result. For example, the national number one.
National number one.
For example, high school number one, junior high school number one.
Number one.
This is very easy to find it. And there are other. I don't know what is what is the best one, but anyway, the result of that nation, right? Is for Japan, I don't know if it's Thailand, Mongolia also, right? And then after, and they have to put the ITA the tournament of the International Tennis Federation. Because all tennis players have to get the point of the world point. World Junior Tennis Tour, right? By World Junior Tennis Tour. Okay, so in order to win and in order to get the point of the ITF World Junior Tennis Tour, very tough. Not
Very
so
tough.
easy.
Yeah, I heard so.
Every day player have to play. Every day player have to practice, right? So that's why. Anyway, they have to play well in the nation or in the ITF International Junior Federation, which is the World Junior Tennis Tour. I think this is the number one. Number one.
State number one.
Very important. This is number one. Okay? That's and in my experience, of course, they have to study. Yeah, they have to get the score of the top, right? And
Of course, the I score.
Score, right? The top score, right?
Statement.
Yes. Because of course, they have to pretend to work and they have to study the English, right? English and the math or everything. Right? These are two things I think. But most easy imagination, they have to play well. And then they have to get the result of the tournament. Yes, in the dream. So and so for this thing is very tough because the investment is very important. Right? Investment is you know
Yes, very expensive.
You have to find a good coach,
Yeah.
good coach, and then good tennis coach, a good environment, good tennis coach, a good environment. It's very similar. But anyway, a good coach and a good tennis coach.
Good tennis.
Right, this is very important. And then good friends is with play each other, right? Also, sorry for these reasons. It's, yeah, we have to clear these reasons, and then they have to try to, get the tournament result. Yes, this is the answer. How do we get the scholarship? Yes.
What should be the lowest ranking of junior have to get a scholarship?
But I have experience of that, and my experience is just students. They're from the Asia around the India and the Sri Lanka and the Pakistan around there. The one player there, yes. Then the player, she's not good well. She's not playing well. But how do we say the technique is already completed. Then she can hit the forehand volley, she can hit the backhand volley, then smash, serve, forehand stroke, backhand serve. Okay, your technique is completed, right? Okay, and then uh, and she was lucky one. She can play double. Okay, if she or he cannot get the result by the singles,
But the doubles
also
is different.
doubles.
Yeah.
Doubles is okay. Doubles also, if you can do play the doubles, okay. And some students of the tennis team, some universities of tennis team, they need the doubles players. Okay, this is the another way. But anyway, they have to play well. Right? I think that they have to play well.
What was her lowest ranking?
Sorry,
Or what was her highest ranking at the junior?
what's the highest rank is the high, right? Japanese number one.
Japanese number one,
Japanese
so you
number one
have to
means
be state number one to get a scholarship, right?
yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah. Now she's studying
How about the
you know,
ITF ranking junior?
I can't remember it, but it means my idea is that I don't know about the Mongolia, but uh, mm, it's hard to measure with the ranking of the image, but anyway, national number one. National number one is if you get the national number one, then anyway they are going to try to get they are able to get I think ranking, I think points. So the Mongolia is tough maybe, but I think it depends on the players.
Depends on the player. So the national ranking one is the most important.
Yes, and then the English, the Mongolian skills.
Okay, I want to ask you about the modern tennis. Tennis nowadays, the tennis is changing like more the quality sport. Everybody wants to play tennis.
Oh yes.
Before like Serena Williams, before 2000, tennis was like privileged sport, but it's getting
Getting more popular?
more popular for massive sport.
Yes.
And um, what's the modern tennis right now?
Sorry?
What's the modern tennis development?
What
How
do
how tennis changed right now?
Oh yeah, actually it's open-minded. Open-minded. You told me that. And for example, I started recording 25 years ago. I started. And then in that time, okay, it, how do you say that the coach is going to teach a technique. Coach teach a technique, and then the student will follow it. Okay. But nowadays, changing that they are going to play themselves. They are going to play themselves because of the equipment, the lower bouncing the ball, the lighter ball, the smaller racket. They are thinking by the instinct, also, right? They are playing by the instinct. So it's totally different thing. It's a teacher is not teaching too much for the juniors. This is the big difference between the more big difference between coaching and the modern tennis. This is number one. And then number two is the more aggressive.
More aggressive.
More aggressive. They are trying to get the point by the aggressive movement. They hit the ball very hard, right? Yes. But and the last year, they are trying to keep the ball by the slow pace, right? We need the top thing, right? But of course, and then we need top thing. But the aggressive top thing, then they have to try to get the point, get the point by the strong shot. Right? Yeah, that's a big difference in the modern tennis.
So the top spin is getting very famous in modern tennis.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's maybe like the influence of Nadal or something. Yeah. Okay. Uh, mm. um, I wanna ask about the country like Mongolia. What should we do? What's the key solution for developing tennis? What's your advice for
Yeah, this is my job, right? The training every day. And this number one is coach. Coach. If coach is not good, my idea, player cannot be good. Cannot. Impossible. So, our Japanese coach is very talented coach. Sorry about that. Our Japanese coach is very always sorry about that. But even though it's very difficult to develop a player, even though. So, anyway, but we have the prayer with the praying the grandson, right? Grandson, I feel the beautiful the coaches. And then I told you that anyway, we need a coach.
We
And
need a
then
coach.
if when a son or daughter playing well, coach is the most important.
Most important.
Most important. So coach has to study more. And so, for example, even they don't try to, even they cannot play tennis well, like a good players, like me. I'm not a good player. So, but the coaches have the chance of the study, right? For example, certification. For example, the coaching development scheme of the idea, right? There are a lot of things. So, by those opportunities, they have to use, and then they have to improve the skill of the coaching. Very important. And then,
How about the court?
court, yes, yeah, I want
We
to
only
talk
have
about
maybe
this.
like 8
Yeah.
courts in
Yeah,
Mongolia.
number two. Number two, the Mongolia's case, of course, I really, really know about the winter's problem. Right?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Winter's problem. It's the environment. Is
Indoor
very
stadium.
Indoor,
Yes.
yes.
You don't have it.
Yes.
We each only have 2 indoor stadiums.
Yes. I don't know the construction law, but easy building is okay. Anyway, that's we can play in the winter time. That's the environment that we need. Okay, this is number one. Number two. Even but my idea is even uh school gym. School gym.
School gym.
Yeah. Even school gym, I think that we can develop the players. But in the winter's case, the Mongolian players have to go to the other place. Because not zone, for example. Right? This is another way. So,
When you were coaching in Mongolia,
mm,
we have program at high school education, tennis program at high school education. That's why tennis getting expanded so much.
yes.
But after 10 years,
Mm.
that tennis program is split it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Maybe that's the reason.
oh yeah, yes.
Yeah. Uh, here's one of the last questions. What is your favorite tennis player?
My favorite tennis player, okay, I can say that. Do you know the Thomas Johansson?
Oh, Johansson.
Oh, you know that? Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, Thomas
Oh,
Johansson, he had one Grand Slam title of the 2002 Australian.
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe, sorry, 2001, 2002, anyway. Yeah, Australian Open. And then why I like him is I know him. I watched the Thomas Johansson many times. Many times. For example, in Florida, in Melbourne, I just him because why is same tall, 180, and not big tall, but he has a big serve, even small. Oh, sorry, not sorry. He, 180 is small or not? I don't know. But anyway, not tall, right? Not 2 meters, something. But he has a big serve. Number one, and then the tactic, consistency by tactic by the consistent grassroots. So he's thinking about the ball plays, and when he has to attack, right? Those kind of things. So I like the smart player, the Thomas Johansson. My favorite. Even now.
Okay. I think our audience will ask about the latest world famous tennis player nowadays. Talk about Naomi Osaka.
Oh, Naomi Osaka.
Japan.
Oh, yes, Naomi Osaka. Yes, Naomi is she's a very big talent. Very talented. I think her case is one kind is a very good example of success. Because she has a good talent, then but she has a lot of power, right? But she used to hit the ball all the time. It's necessary time, even the necessary time. But the coach give her the advice, and Mr. Sashiban give her the advice. You try to control it, and you succeed. Right? You must. But Naomi also can be called young. I understand it now. Also, she's a good talent, and then I like her success story. For example, she accepted that coaching, she
Yeah.
accepted the coach's idea,
Yeah.
and she tried to adapt it, and she was a young some title. She didn't, especially the first round. learn some Turkish very impressive. Yes, also USO.
Yes. He's talented, gifted, I think.
Yes, but her case is not only talented, she actually caught the idea and she tried to adapt it. That's a success story. I like it. Yeah. In Japan also, everybody know about this kind of story. Then it's a very we really like that story. So,
Yeah. The story is great.
yeah,
Yeah.
Japanese story.
Okay. So our interview is about to end. And tell us about your last advice and for Mongolian tennis audience, tennis trainees and kids.
Mhm.
Last advice.
Yeah, I think I understand that people understand how enjoy the Mongolian people enjoy the basketball and what is it, football, actually, yeah, football, yeah. They like a sport. Okay, and then for especially for the tennis, okay, I hope they have to they have to uh, they have to how do you say they have to more work harder, not only to enjoy. I
To
think
improve.
to improve. I think it's a more strict mind they need for tennis. I don't know the other sports, but for tennis, a more strict mind for coach, for players, even by themselves. I think that the more not only enjoy but also that the the discipline.
Discipline. Yeah, the discipline.
This kind of the mind, and then this can be act. Uh, really, me also. I think this is my idea for the moments.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Masako. Thank you for giving advice for tennis audience, and thank you for attending here after 20 years. And I think um, you should come back again.
Oh yes,
I would.
yeah,
I wish we wish.
I really like Mongolia, so that's why. And then I can speak Mongolian, so that,
Yeah.
I don't want to forget the Mongolian language. So yeah,
Yeah,
really
Mongolian is
happy.
good. Yeah.
So that's why I want to come again. So I hope everything better.
Thank you.
Everything.
Thank you. 자, 매주 tennis talk talk이면 다른 좋아하는 인들이 student들이 있는 쪽에 있거나 해동하는 것중私제일 거의 지금 나무 tennis 때 어떤 was 제일 거의 나무 was 보는 거는 Masako Yoshida